Hey girl, welcome or welcome back to my channel. My name is Carlin, and in today's video I'm going to be sharing 4 ways that I'm making Teach Your Child to Read in 100 Easy Lessons a lot more fun and engaging for my kids. So stay tuned. If you clicked on this video, I'm assuming that you are already familiar with this book, have looked into it, have researched it, and part of the information that I've seen online about this book is that it's very dry. So the whole entire book is scripted, meaning you are going to be reading from the book what you have to say to your kids. And I think for a lot of people that makes it kind of boring. And so I have found a couple of ways to make the lessons and kind of reviewing and also the writing part of the lesson more engaging for my kids. So the first thing I'm going to share with you is that I looked on their website, which I'm going to link below because I didn't even know about it, hadn't heard of it, where she is showing you how to do a lesson. And she is a lot more excited than I think that I know that I was being when I first did the lesson. She's like, hey, so you're going to read this, I'm going to read this, you're going to say what I'm saying. So I've been trying to get myself into that kind of an energy so that the kids are excited about reading, that it doesn't become something that's dry, that this book doesn't kind of suck the fun out. What I really like about the book is that they review a lot. And so I think it becomes second nature for the kids. But what I don't want and kind of fear is them being like, I don't want to do a reading lesson. Mind you, my kids right now are very excited about lessons. I don't know how long that lasts. You guys can let me know if you've been homeschooling for a long time, if they keep it, if you experience your kids losing that kind of excitement. But so she's just really animated and energetic. And so that's the first tip, is just harnessing a more excited energy, being like, great job, you're doing great, great job sounding out, great job rhyming with eat. You know, like the way that the book is set up, there's a lot of reading of a script, and so just making the script itself more exciting. So that's my first tip. The second thing that I'm doing to make the reading lessons more engaging is using these Bob books. Now I haven't introduced them yet because number one, they were sitting on my shelf and I kind of forgot that they were in there. But when I just looked through it just now, I do think that my kindergartner would be ready to read some of these books. And so I don't know if this is blasphemous to be introducing like an actual book, but to me, that would be more exciting. Like I've seen that. I'm trying to remember what lesson we're on. Let me see. I just checked and we're on lesson 9. And so I think it was around it was around lesson 8 where we started looking at 3-letter words and sounding those out. And so when I looked in these books just now, I realized that they are covering letters that we have already reviewed, and I think that my son would be able to do. And so that's something that I'm planning to introduce now that I know where the books are, and know that he's ready to read them, because again, he was just really excited about, he kind of noticed that those 3 letters together was a word. I don't think before he was connecting, I mean, they weren't words, they were just sounds. And so now that he's reading words, he's noticing that, he's excited about that. So I know that he's going to be excited about reading an actual book and being able to read it to me or to his sister or his brother. So that is the second thing or tip that I have for you to make these lessons more engaging, more exciting. So the third thing that I'm doing to make these lessons more exciting for my kids is using sandbox writing. I don't know what you technically call it, but instead of doing just writing on paper, which again, when you look at the video, you'll see that that's what she does. She has the kids sit down and write with paper. And there are sections in the book that talk about, you know, you're learning the sound, but you're also learning to write the sound. And I've been using sand instead, and my kids love it. They now feel like reading lesson is the sand part. They're like, okay, yeah, let's do it because we're gonna get to do sand, right? And so this I got from, it was not in this Ziploc bag, this is what I did, but you put the sand inside. This I got from the Target dollar spot like a really long time ago. Came with these little cards too. And yeah, I've been letting them practice the letters in the sandbox. Now, something that I did do was start them with writing on paper this week, and I don't think that I love it. Like first we weren't doing any writing, then we were doing the sand, and then when I watched her do the lesson, I tried to introduce writing on paper, but I just don't think they're ready for that. I think that writing on paper and writing small on, like, I have like lined paper from Dollar Tree, like the you know, the middle tracing line, the middle dotted line kind of paper for kids. And I don't know, it felt like it was too small for them. And so instead of that, what I'm going to move to is practicing in sand, but also for them to just get used to writing with a writing utensil is using the whiteboard. And so those are a couple of ways that you can make the writing portion of this program a little bit more engaging and exciting. The kids really love the sand. I've seen in Montessori, they use like little small rocks. And so just whatever you have for them to be able to write in, and it's kind of more of a sensory experience than just writing on paper. So another thing I'm planning to introduce to them is these kind of cards that I made on Canva. So I'm gonna have to cut them out and laminate them, but my plan is for them, with the sounds that they already know, to be able to associate them with a picture. So like this would be sad. Hopefully this translated as sad. And then they're gonna use like those laundry clips to clip on the side and get familiar with that sound. So we'll see if it's something that I make, you know, for every new sound that they've introduced. I think I have in here the first 5 or 6 letters or so. So it should last them a little bit of time, but something like that that's kind of reinforcing what we've learned in our lessons. Either way, the book does a really good job of reinforcing, but I'm thinking something that's more tactile, more engaging would only be beneficial to help them internalize the sounds and connect them with words and help them to remember. So this is the third way that I'm using, is just kind of making my own activities and incorporating them into what we're already reviewing and learning in the book. And we can call this a bonus, but really I'll probably just name this 5 things I'm doing. But also on the site, there were resources, and something she had on there were kind of like review cards. Now, again, I have to cut this out still. I just printed this stuff. This is the front and then this is the back, if you can see. So I don't know how I'm going to put them together because my library did not do front and back printing, and then I didn't know if we had enough ink. Anyway, so I have to figure out how to make these all one card. We'll see if that I use them, because I'm not the biggest fan of flashcard review or like that drilling kind of idea. But something that I remember from Toddlers Can Read, I think, what with the way that he teaches reading, is he does use flashcards pretty heavily from what I can tell, but he makes the flashcards into an activity. Like, can you put your stuffed animal on the sound that makes or can you jump to the sound that makes or ah? So that might be an option. I'll put them together. I'll keep you guys posted on if I actually use them, if the kids like them, if it's something that I'm going to continue to incorporate, or if it was a bust. Okay, so that's it. 5 ways that I am making Teach Your Child to Read in 100 Easy Lessons, whatever, a more engaging, more exciting, and more fun for my kids. I hope this helps you if you're deciding between getting that resource, or if you had a hard time with it and you own it and you're just not using it. So thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.